Buying a big sized monitor is getting much more affordable these days, especially models based on VA panel technology. And 27-inch size is being the most desired choice among people who like to use it for both everyday computing and also as a source for entertainment purposes. I find 27-inch 1080p display strikes a good balance between price, resolution and the screen size for both general use and media consumption. Welcome to my video review of BenQ EW2775ZH 27-inch monitor using AMVA panel technology. I am using this monitor for more than 4 weeks and see now as the right time to share my thoughts about this budget 27-inch model. This one costs little higher than the best-selling GW2760HS monitor, which I had reviewed few months before, and you can find out the video link in the description column. The screen measures diagonally a full 27-inch with 16:9 aspect ratio and 1920 by 1080 resolution. 1080p on 27-inch display results in a larger 0.31mm pixel bit size, which is the distance between each individual pixel. And pixel density is just 82 ppi, that is 82 pixels per inch. So texts or any content on this screen will appear less sharp than at Full HD 23 or 24-inch monitor. VA panels are usually much better than other panel types, as it is very evident here with this brightness rating, which is up to 300 candles. Whereas a budget IPS panel will have 200 to 250 candles rating. VA displays are known for its excellent contrast ratio, and our model is no different here. This one has got 3000:1 rating, which is far superior than most IPS TN displays, which usually ranges from 750 to 1000:1 contrast ratio. Such high contrast ratio is responsible in producing rich deep blacks and remain one of the important buying factor for watching movies. In this picture you can easily notice the dark portions are not pitch black and exhibits a significant grey tone and more apparent when watching in a dark environment. And this is the case with most IPS screens, known as IPS glow. Our BenQ VA monitor is not plagued with such issues and produces rich blacks without any backlight leakage. BenQ employs newer AMVA panel for this monitor, which is an enhanced version of VA technology. And I witnessed great improvement in color accuracy, response time and viewing angles over the GW2760 model that uses older VA panel. 12 millisecond black to white response time. Though okay for casual gaming, hardcore gamers would be disappointed in this aspect. It features a true 8-bit panel, which is standard in most AMVA displays, and supports 16.7 million color shades, but covers only 72% of NTSC color gamut. As a result, this monitor is not suited for professionals or any color critical jobs like photo or video editing. BenQ has clearly mentioned about the lamp life of this monitor, which is about 30,000 hours. So on an average of 8 hours of operation a day, the monitor should last more than 7 years, which is incredible at this price point. Has got built-in stereo speakers placed behind the screen on both sides of the I/O ports. Rated at 4 watts total, and the output quality is nothing spectacular. But the sound intensity is fair enough for listening in a complete silence room, and I still consider it as a good add-on feature for occasional users. Inside the package, we get only a HDMI input cable, and VGA cord is not supplied despite the presence of D-sub connector on this model. The monitor draws its power using this external power brick. Saving grace, it is small in size and feature a small green LED indicator when in use. And please make a note, the power cord is Type-I connector and you may require an adapter in case if it doesn't suit your country plug type. The stand comes in 2 separate pieces, the base part and the neck portion. Body construction is completely plastic with brushed matte finish that gives a classy look when looking at certain angles. I didn't notice any uneven panel gaps between the plastic frame and the display, and no annoying creaky noises while lifting the monitor. The stand base is very slim, occupies small footprint when rested on the desk, but feels sturdy and heavy. And you can see the brushed finish continues here and the neck portion is glossy finished. The stand raises the screen by 4.7 inches from the desk surface and firmly holds the monitor without wobbling too much when subjected to mild vibrations. The stand allows basic adjustments for back and forward tilt. The overall build quality of EW2775 is very commendable at this price point. Surprisingly, this model lacks wall mounting facility, which is going to be a deal breaker for some potential buyers. Connectivity options are very basic on this monitor with a pair of HDMI inputs, a D-sub connector, headphone and a 3.5mm line-in audio jack, which is required to hear audio from the built-in speaker when using the VGA input. It features extremely slim bezels at both sides and top of the screen and a 2cm plastic frame sitting at the bottom part, making it a great option for side-by-side multi-monitor setup. After powering on, there exists a 0.8cm black bar between the bezel and the display edge on its sides. The screen surface is semi-glossy, allowing us to enjoy the benefits of both matte and glossy displays. First, it doesn't eat away the color vibrancy or affect the text quality, which was the case with matte surface. And second advantage, it effectively cuts the reflections when used in harsh light conditions. All the physical control buttons are found under the right bottom bezel in line with these small dots with no text labels on it. But I don't feel any difficulty while using it. The down-faced power button glows in green color after powering on and is not distracting even in a complete dark room. The menu system is quite simple to use and within few minutes you can take complete control over the monitor. One of the main attractions of entire BenQ monitor range is its low blue light feature, through which BenQ claims less eye strain and fatigue by filtering the harmful blue light emitted from the monitor. And these are the 4 predefined presets which BenQ call it as low blue light plus mode. Standard preset is enabled as factory default and I find all these modes are pretty useful in various conditions and doesn't affect the color tone much, which was not the case in earlier BenQ models. And these are the various predefined picture mode presets. And another interesting feature is the brightness intelligence technology, which has started appearing in most BenQ mainstream models. When enabled, it automatically adjusts the brightness of the monitor according to the ambient lighting conditions and also increases the visibility in dark areas of the screen. Pretty useful when gaming, photo and video editing jobs. I find quite useful in dark environment but not that effective in bright conditions as it sometimes increases the brightness to extreme levels. Most BenQ models are flicker free as it uses direct current method instead of pulse width modulation to control brightness. You won't experience any flickering at all brightness levels. Here you can notice the wavering issue in the reference display that uses PWM technique when brightness is reduced from 100%. Default color calibration is fairly good unlike the GW2760 model which exhibited poor color reproduction at factory default. Though the color accuracy is definitely better than a TN monitor, but it is not that accurate when I was comparing side by side with an IPS monitor. And make sure to see this video in either IPS or VA grade display to spot the difference, or else you have no other option than following my words. I can see the images are really better and more on natural side in IPS monitor, which is on the right side. The content look less bright, but it packs a punch in color vibrancy on the IPS monitor. And BenQ has some trouble in producing accurate skin tone compared to the IPS display. Few color tones, especially orange and yellow, seems slightly deviated from the actual shade. The IPS display produced those shades pretty accurately and is more vibrant than the BenQ. Well, the BenQ 2775 definitely deserves a better color tuning from user side. After doing some basic color correction, the BenQ monitor improved a lot and closely matching the IPS panel. And these are my calibrated settings for your reference. Now the skin tone looked more natural, the color accuracy had improved tremendously and I was extremely delighted seeing the difference after my calibration. But still, this monitor is not suited for full-time video photo editing professionals and such users should look out for IPS models. And for regular users and casual gamers, this model will provide significant improvement in color quality and is absolutely a delight to watch movies on this AM-VA panel. Viewing angle performance is greatly improved on this newer AM-VA panel and retains its color consistency at certain angles. But there is a noticeable loss in color saturation at vertical angles, which is not much evident when viewed at side angles. VA's superior contrast levels compensate this slight weakness as the brightness is very well maintained at all angles. In contrast, IPS panel loses some contrast in the shifting process but wins over VA display by maintaining the color stability at all side angles. Despite the lack of G-Sync, FreeSync technologies and fast refresh rates, I didn't notice input lag or ghosting in my entire usage. I played Battlefield 1, GTA 5, Project Cars and many popular titles, and I feel happy to say this, I thoroughly enjoyed gaming on this monitor. Games looks bright, vivid and more immersive on this panel type and the display size. 1920 by 1080 resolution on 27-inch size is quite low in pixel density, and it's easy to spot pixels when viewed at normal working distance. Still, you can enjoy reading by maintaining a few extra inches away from the monitor. And people who have trouble reading small fonts will find this model quite matching for their daily needs. The older GW2760 model was pretty bad in text reproduction, and this EW series is far better in that aspect. Well, this monitor performed remarkably well in most important aspects of a PC monitor and is ideal for home office users and even casual gamers. It's great for viewing videos where the eye contrast ratio does a remarkable job in maintaining dark scenes. Its eye care features are well worth for every user, particularly the BIS technology is very good in protecting our precious eyes when staring at the screen in dim light conditions. The BenQ EW2775 is a great budget 27-inch monitor and is definitely worth buying over the GW2760 HS model. Thanks for watching. If you feel this video useful, subscribe me and hit the like button that is present right below this video. And you can also leave your thoughts and queries in the comment section.